Happy Mental Health Monday, everybody. Mac is back with another video. First and foremost, I want to send some love and healing energy towards the families of two friends of mine who, unfortunately, I haven't spoken to these gentlemen in a very long time. So hearing of their passing was very sad in such a different way, where, you know, it's sad where our lives go and you kind of have all these amazing experiences or these long friendships that just kind of stop because, life takes us in different places and you haven't seen these people in such a long time. When you end up finding out that the opportunity to see these people again are gone, it does hurt. But I do know that the people who loved and were closer to these individuals, are going through so much more, and they are hurting in such big ways right now. Something that I am familiar with losing Maurice. I just want to send them love and positivity and healing energy because it's going to be a rough patch for a very long time. So I want to, send my wishes and love to the family of Roger and the family of Angel. Roger and I had spent some really, really amazing times. I met him through Maurice, and Angel grew up literally like four doors down from where I lived. And there was days where he and I would, walk to school just because we left school at the same time, come home from school. We all had, so many people, friends that we hung out with back in the day because we all grew up together. And I actually see that those same guys are still hanging out and still getting together and doing stuff. And it warmed my heart to see them all being, such a great, tight-knit group of friends. And, it's sad that, my life kind of took me somewhere else. And I probably could have still been around in that group from time to time. It's just, life does take us in different places. But again, shout out to all those friends and family of those gentlemen. It's going to be hard. It's not an easy thing to deal with, but you will make it through. And I hope that you guys can find some healing sooner than later. That being said, mental health check, Men's Mental Health Awareness Month is still going on strong. And I really hope that all my gentlemen out there are doing their best to, stay strong and allow themselves to be vulnerable enough to speak about what they're going through, because it's not a very easy thing to do. I'm still planning on doing my workout here. We got the gloves, the mitts. We're going to be working on boxing combinations, how to kick and just do different stuff. We might throw a few other things in there and just get a nice, good session of, unleashing some frustrations out on the bags, on the targets, and kind of learning how to do a few things and just kind of providing what I do and what I love, and trying to, create a facility for someone to just come in, release some frustrations, and then for us to just sit down as men and just talk and just, fellowship as men and just say, hey, we struggle mentally, whether it's a lot or a little, and it's a place where we can feel safe. We can just talk and no judgment. We're just here and just gonna let things out. We can be as forthcoming as possible, or we can just, just say, hey, I'm struggling. Life is hard. It's not where I want it to be. It's not where I thought I'd be. And we're just here for each other. That's what this day is about. As June 30th, it's a Sunday. My plan is to do it at 2 o'clock. So please, gentlemen, I already had 4 or 5 people say that they're down. I'll be reaching out to you guys very soon. But anybody else that is open to doing this and joining us, again, we're going to be here 2 o'clock. Planning to do it for 2 hours, an hour workout, then sit down for about an hour just for us just to let things out a little bit. So it's right here. If you guys are interested, please DM me. If you know anybody that might be interested, send this video their way, or let them know and have them contact me, and we will accept anybody and everybody who is willing to. I have tons of extra gloves and space for us to kind of get a decent little group here. I don't care if it's just the 5 people who said they're coming. If we get 20, 30 people in here, it doesn't matter. Just whoever's willing. This is just an open facilitation of us to get together, do something together, do something fun, and just to get a good release physically and mentally. So again, that's June 30th right here. So contact me if you guys are interested. Now, where I'm at, I had another amazing week. I really did. From start to finish, work went well. I'm working on doing something with my life where I can try to help provide better for my family, for myself, for my daughter, and try to get myself in a lot better position. And it takes a lot of studying. It's some studying stuff. I don't want to, exactly just put it all the way out there yet, because I'm trying to just make sure I can do it for myself. But I'm not the best studier. That's why I kind of got into the field that I am. I always like to be very physical and very active with what I'm doing, and just kind of sitting down and kind of doing more, studying book work stuff has always been a very weak point in my life. And I am trying my best to buckle down. I've mentally been weak and not been able to stay focused on it at times, but I've also done a lot better than I have in the past. So I'm trying to get this last week. I take my test for my license next week, a week from now actually. So this whole week I'm just kind of buckling down against and studying up and everything. But so the week was great this last week, and the weekend was fun. I had great experiences, and there's people that I met that was amazing. I got some very surprising, interactions with certain individuals, and it was great. It just to see where, life is taking me, whether it is in these far, long places where I'm just having these great experiences outwardly, or people that are just walking into my life and I'm getting a chance to meet people or, experience stuff that I probably wouldn't have experienced if my life was in a different place. And I'm just so thankful and happy to be in those situations. I have had a couple people, actually I had a few people this last week reach out to me and just needing someone to talk to vent to, because they're going through a lot of stuff. They either needed advice or just wanted somebody to talk to, and needed someone just that was willing to talk or let them talk about what they're going through. And I feel very blessed that I have allowed people to feel comfortable enough to come to me for these type of stuff, because I still to this day have a hard time really reaching out and saying, hey, I'm in a bad place, man. Can we talk? And it's not easy at all. So if I can make people feel comfortable enough just to send me a text message or to give me a call and say, hey, I need to talk, I need to let this out, I feel very blessed that people have, opened up to me in that way, and that I can provide something like that for them. Because again, I'm not a therapist. I'm not somebody who studied all this stuff, but I am somebody that has dealt with a lot of stuff. I've been in the darkest places. I've contemplated suicide in my past. I have, contemplated violence. I've physically harmed myself, not like in that sense, but like I've punched walls, I've banged my head against stuff just because I'm just in such a bad place mentally that was the only way I can release some type of frustration. And if I can help somebody not get to that point, if I can help somebody just have a sigh of relief just because they were able to get it out, I'm here for you. So shout out to those individuals. I hope you're doing well. I hope I was able to provide some type of relief for you. Once Father's Day was done, Father's Day was yesterday, shout out to all the fathers out there. I had a great day with my daughter. We didn't do all the things I wanted to do, but everything we did was amazing. It was beautiful. We had a great day. I got some rest, and we got to cuddle with my daughter for the rest of the day because I just needed some rest. And she was so content just kind of hanging out with me all day and just, watching TV. She ended up passing out on me, and I passed out on her a few different times. And I had a great support system with family at home to, take care of her while I was taking a nap. And then when I woke up, I just got to hang out with her and just, be there for her and just be with her. And I had such a great time. Even we went to a birthday party on Saturday, and I sacrificed a lot of sleep just so that we can go to that birthday party. And the fun and joy my daughter had to have at that party was great. Just to see that, like, I'll go 7 days without sleep if it meant to have my daughter have that much fun and joy, because that's what it's all about. It's about making sure that my daughter has a life where she gets to grow and be strong and learn and all this stuff, but I get to provide opportunity for her just to enjoy life. And that's what happened. But again, Father's Day ended. I wake up this morning and I felt this immense dread, because this upcoming week is not really ideal for me. It's not going to be ideal for me, because I made a decision for my own mental health and for my own financial health to exclude myself from a trip. And yes, mentally, I believe it's the right decision, because I just want to make sure that I'm not putting myself in a situation where I'm going to feel uncomfortable and have my feelings hurt or my heart broken. But my daughter's going to be away from Wednesday through Sunday with our family on this trip. So I'm very sad about that. Granted, this is the week where, I'd only have her with me on Wednesday and Thursday, and she'd be with her other side of the family today, tomorrow, and throughout the weekend. So I wouldn't already, have her with me most of the week. But it would have been an opportunity to do this, trip throughout the weekend. But I gotta do things for myself. I gotta study. I gotta do all the stuff to kind of prepare myself and get to that test and feel confident to pass. Plus, I don't want to miss out on work, and whether I'm here or the other job, I had to make a smart decision, a wise decision for myself. So it's just gonna stink that I don't get that, and just knowing that my daughter's so far away from me at these moments is going to be very very hard on me. I don't like it at all, and it's hard. But I do know and believe that she's so safe and loved and cared for, so I'm not worried about the aspect. It's just hard on my heart to know that, but I do believe that it is the best decision for me mentally and financially. I shouldn't be missing too much work. I got to stay here. I got to work on a lot of stuff here, and just there's things I got to do. I just got to be smart about the things I choose to do. So again, it's a lot of dread that comes with that, and I'm trying to get through that and trying to stay focused on what I need to do. I got myself at the gym this morning mainly because I needed to get a release of just stuff like that. I need to be more consistent with that kind of stuff anyway, and just that was just my excuse. Get up, go, and just do what you need to do. Last week, I had made a post how I was very angry about something. And the thing is, like, nobody in that situation in which I was angry, nobody in that situation did anything wrong to me or by me. That was actually the complete opposite. You know, the situation that did spark and bring on that anger, you know, thankfully and appreciatively, everybody in that situation did exactly what they needed to do to be as respectful of my feelings and considerate of my wishes in the situation that, you know, I'm talking about. And I was so thankful and grateful that that's how that situation came up and how that situation went down, and the cooperation, all this. Nothing was done, you know, negatively. There was no disrespect in it. When there have been instances of disrespect, you know, between people, that situation was a beautiful sign that, you know, things are on a great track of good cooperation. So it had nothing to do with anybody doing anything wrong. Nobody did anything wrong. Nobody did anything bad. No one did me a disservice. They actually did everything they can to think about my feelings, which is great, which is amazing. But again, it just is a situation that shows me I have to get used to a life that I don't want to be used to. It's things I have to be okay with that I'm not okay with. I'm not okay with certain things in my life and certain parts that I don't get to have a control or a real say in. And if I push back in a negative, selfish way, all that's going to do is cause more friction, or it's going to hurt the wrong people, and it's not even going to benefit me in any way, shape, or form. But still, deep down, it's things that hurt me deep inside. It's things that I don't want. And I'm just so angry that this is what my life is in certain aspects. And I really wish things were different. And there's so much stuff in my life now that I'm so thankful for. There are things in my old life that I don't want at all. Like I'm so glad to be rid of certain aspects of that old life, but just certain things I don't want. Certain things I don't want to happen. I don't want things to be, you know, there's things I just hate with all my being at this moment. I don't want them to be, but that's all selfish thinking. And that's why I was so angry. That's why I was so mad and upset. And, you know, I am rightfully so able to be mad about that, but just letting the anger get so intense is something I have to work on. That being said, I didn't let it get out of control. It was a very overwhelming sensation of anger that I had to appreciate the consideration of, you know, what my feelings in the situation were, which again, thank you. I appreciate it. But just the fact that I have to accept this in my life, one, so that I have the same respect if, you know, the tables do turn, which those opportunities are on the horizon. But it's just I don't want certain things. I don't want to be far away from my daughter. I don't want to have to be okay with certain stuff. I want to be able to have my hand on certain aspects, and this control, which I don't. You can only control what you can, and certain things are forced upon you. And I can whine and cry and throw fits and just cause issues and friction because I'm hurt and I'm angry. Or I can just, take a deep breath and just deal with what's going on and cooperate and have all this stuff just be for the benefit of everyone, not just the benefit of me. Because I'm already doing things for myself. I'm doing what I need for myself, but I have to understand and, look from all perspectives and not be spiteful, not be vengeful. And I did that. And, there was so much, this situation was so much better than, situations in the past, but it doesn't make things easier. It doesn't mean that I'm okay with things, man. I'm not. I'm not okay with certain parts that my life has to be. But I am doing my best to be a stronger, better person. And if that means I have to let my anger just kind of out somewhere else and just make the smart, best decision possible for all parties involved, mainly because that's going to be the best situation for me, I'm going to do that. And it just sucks because, I have all this studying to do. And because this upcoming week, my family and my daughter and people, like, they're all going to be away. It's going to give me an opportunity to really have no distraction, and I can do everything I need to do, which is a good thing, which is a great thing. It's just I don't want my daughter away from me, but I also want her to have the best experience going camping and away with family, and just those are just core memories that stick with you forever. So I'm so happy she's going because she gets the chance to have this fun stuff and these amazing experiences that we had as kids and all that stuff. It's just I can't be a part of it this time because there's certain things I need to do, and other stuff on the horizon. I can't control everything. It's a whole rush of emotions. It's a lot. But again, thank you to everybody that is in my life and all the stuff that's going around to cooperate and just be the best unit for, cooperation, for my daughter, for all this stuff. And I appreciate everybody who is, there to watch out for my daughter. I appreciate everyone who looks out for me. On that day that I did post the fact that I was in such an angry place, I had amazing people reach out to me, and, we talked and we had a good conversation. I was able to vent my feelings, but we were having good conversations, amazing advice, and just talking me down. Even if it was stuff that I already knew, or I was already telling myself, or I was already told, just hearing, these people, come out and reach out to me and just give me this love and this need to, be there for me, just really help lift my spirits up. So again, there's a lot of things I'm just so dreadful of. Like, I don't want it to be, but I'm thankful for, everything in my life kind of being better. It is better. It's way better. And I'm hoping it stays on that track. I mean, there's a lot of stuff on the horizon that, could go south, and it might go south. But right now, I'm thankful for what it is. Doesn't mean I'm not angry about stuff. Doesn't mean that I have to like everything, but I am doing my best to be okay, even though I'm not okay with everything. And again, you don't have to be okay with everything, but you have to work on letting yourself be okay in general. And that's what this whole mental health stuff is all about. Letting things out. Speaking your mind. Now, do you have to speak your mind in the moment? Do you have to, give everybody your peace of mind? You don't, because sometimes that's going to make more problems down the road. But if you have the people you can reach out to, and if you do things to the best of your ability just to make sure that, you're okay, and if it's not going to be so important to have to do this and that, and if what you want to do is going to cause more problems than solutions, then you have to just be a bigger person, and the bigger person than the person you're trying to be, not bigger than anybody you're dealing with, because again, you can't control everybody. Not everybody has the same standards. You just got to be the best version of yourself. And the person that wants to do the selfish thing, and it's going to hurt the people outside of the direct back and forth, and it's not going to really benefit you 100%, you need to just put that selfishness aside and swallow your pride and just do what's best for you, and then do all the other things. Talk it out, write it down, make a video, reach out to people, seek therapy, all the other stuff, just to bring yourself to a stronger mental place. This was a long one, but I just felt like I had to get all that out. I wanted to get the information. I want to shout out shout out the people and send love to those who, we lost some people in the last few weeks and days. And I wanted to also just kind of reiterate the whole mental health Monday, or the mental health training day that I want to do. So if you guys are interested, hit me up. Aside from that, I'm doing well, but I'm struggling with stuff. So that's what it is. It's never just, a constant. It's never a steady incline. It comes in waves, and I'm on a little bit of a choppy waters right now, and I'm okay with that. I'm doing okay.